A lot of girls at the tender age of 13, 14, 15 getting into marriage and bearing children.
Ndisitala deiti mayanga amandika kamiza kuti ndikwatiwe
manduza kuti ningokwatira ndemwe ndikhale pasi chifukwaso
kuona zoti ndili wang'ono kupasa sukulu ndimayifuna kwambiri
temwe yoperekeza ndizapezeke kuti ndili ndi mimba makolo anga amandika kamiza kuti ningokwatira nacho.
Female genital mutilation and cutting is another vice that devastates young girls.
If a lady is not having this clitoris, is missing a lot.
We are fighting for the rights of the girl child.
So we are custodians of culture, but we must prevent these things. This needs to be stopped.
Ineyo mene ninalowera mbanja na ndi study 7 kuti ndikupita 8. Kulowa kwanga mbanja ndokuti makolo anga amandika akamiza chifukwa chosowa chithandizo cha ku sukulu. Ndipo pamene sanafike polowa mbanja ndokuti ndikapempha chithandizo cha ku sukulu makolo anga aja amanena kuti ife sitikwanisa mmene kutona ndovutika.
Ndisitala deiti mayanga amandika kamiza kuti ndikwatiwe poona kuti chithandizo chimasowa komanso amati ndine wankulu mbanja lako tili mwana ambiri ndiye kuti akwanise kulera tonse sakwanisa.
Ndiye ninapeza chibwezi chokuti chizinthandiza sopo ni mafuta. Ndiye chibwezi chija anapeza kuti wandipasa mimba. Azandipasa mimba makolo anga amandiuza kuti ningokwatira ndemwe ndikhale pasi chifukwaso olo mwana anata wabadwa siningabwerere ku sukulu chifukwa chokuti sakwanisa be kundilipirira sukulu. Nde zapange chonchija nyamata uja anandikwatira.
Tsiku limene ndimakwatiwa kunali kuti amayi anga ananditulutsira zovala zanga kuti sindikuyenera kukhala nyumba mwawo ndikuyenera kukwatiwa. Andi ndinakhala tsiku lonse osadya ndimangulira chifukwa kuti ineyo banja sindimafuna kukwatiwa poona zoti ndili wang'ono kupasa sukulu ndimayifuna kwambiri.
Sad tales stubbornly persists across Africa. Despite being prohibited by international law, they continue to rob millions of girls their childhood.
Siku limene ninasiya sukulu linali lachinayi temwe yoperekeza. Ndizapezeke kuti ndili ndi mimba makolo anga amandika akamiza kuti ningokwatira nawo chifukwaso ningapitirize sukulu sangandithandize. Kenako tinalowa mbanja muja koma kulowa mbanja ndimakhala mozunzika kwambiri.
Ntame nyamara yamandikwatira anali zaka 19. Omara ndikwatira zimene amapanga amamwamuwa kumenya osandipasa chithandizo china chilichonse. Ndimakhala beba soda ndaula kumangulira siku nalilonse chifukwa sindinalikonzekere banja.
Such experiences of Nina and Nana, not their real names, deny girls their rights to make vital decisions about their sexual health and well-being. While parents and guardians are expected to be the custodians of their children's welfare, it is unfortunate that some marry off these minors.
A lot of girls at the tender age of 13, 14, 15 getting into marriage and bearing children. Some at the age of 16, they were having 3 children, which was very bad. And the one who was responsible for them, to take care for them, were their parents, their guardians.
It is prevalent in Ethiopia, especially in the northern part of the country. Young girls at the age of 9, 10, 11 are getting married with the permission, with the will of the parents.
Ethiopia and Malawi are among the top 20 countries with early child marriage cases in Africa. 2017 UNICEF State of the World's Children report indicate that Niger, Central African Republic and Chad lead with 76%, 68% and 67% respectively. In addition, UNICEF's 2018 data records that a total number of girls married at childhood in Africa stands at 12 million per year. Female genital mutilation and cutting is another vice that devastates young girls. 2013 survey by World Health Organization estimates that more than 200 million girls and women alive today have undergone FGM. Moreover, 3 million African girls are at the risk of undergoing the cut every year. The majority of them are cut before they turn 15 years.
If a lady is not having this clitoris, is missing a lot. But I'm so sorry to say that it's a dead person on the road.
One of the outcomes of FGM is fistula and obstructed labor during birth.
It is sad hearing these spine-chilling experiences the girls told us about. It is too bad. It is us as young women who have to stand up for these young girls just to make sure these practices end.
These harmful practices have been significantly addressed in a number of local and international conventions and agreements. Traditional leaders, for instance, play a major role in fighting the vices.
I need to do this to end the early marriages and even the gender-based violence, and also these initiation ceremonies. At least I've managed to end about 202 early marriages, which I've ended. And out of this, about 800 of them have gone back to school, and of which is making me proud. But I haven't finished yet. I need to see that it's completely done.
Now it's 3,449 marriages which have been terminated. Some they have selected to college. This year we have 4 girls who have selected to college and the 3 boys also selected to college, which I'm the happiest chief.
The chiefs implement strategies that are helping young girls from the jaws of these harmful traditions.
Kutiti chose kubanja timalumikizana ndi afumu. Timapita kwa afumu mwana wakuti muzi mwakuti wasiya school. Ndi afumu amatuuza kuti pitani kukhomo kwa mwanayo. Ndi timapita kukhomo kuja kukatenga mulumikizana ndi makolo. Kumabe pali makolo ena amakanika. Ndi timalimbana nawo monga ife amother group. Timakawatenga ndikuwasiya ku school mulumikizana ndi afumu.
Challenges are there because some of the parents are failing to comply with the bylaws I made. Yes, and they are taking so lightly as if nothing is there. The moment I'm doing this, they are doing the opposite way. And I'm telling you now, I've at least disciplined some. Yeah, I've at least suspended them.
Regardless of the challenges, it is no doubt that such aggressive efforts of traditional leaders give hope to young girls who can now dream of a better future for themselves.
Pamene ndabwerera ku skulu kumaphunzira ndimafuna kuti nkazamaliza skulu nzakhale muulusi oziwisa anthu dziko lathu mmene likuyendera. Skulu mmene ndikupitirizamu ndikufuna kuti mwana omwe ndabereka nzamuphunzise kumamulangizaso zokuti asazalowe m'banja cholinga chokuti neso azakhale pabwino.
Ndikamaliza skulu ndifanza kugwira ntchito ya unesi ndifanza thandiza anthu odwala mchipatala chifukwa mzipatala zambiri mukuswekera manesi mupezeka zeti muli manesi ochepa ena kumafa chifukwa chosowa chithandizo then ndifanza zagwira ntchito ya unesi ndifanza zakhale nawo kumbali yothandiza anthu odwala komanso nzakhale pabwino ine ndi mwana anga komanso makolo anga.
UN Women, in partnership with other stakeholders, recently hosted the 2018 regional meeting with traditional, cultural and religious leaders in Nairobi, Kenya and Blantyre, Malawi, respectively.
The construction of masculinities in the Bible especially.
This series of conventions seek to support them to come up with strategies and approaches that will change the negative socio-cultural practices. They include building capacity for traditional leaders and lobbying for enforcement of laws that are against child marriage in Africa.
The UN works for human rights, and child marriage and FGM are actually a violation of girls' and women's rights. And to stop this particular practice that's embedded in culture, sometimes embedded in spirituality, we need to actually get those who are the custodians of that culture to begin to see that it's a bad practice, and they will decide that it's time to stop it.
When we have support from our traditional and cultural leaders together with government officials, I believe our great dream of ending child marriage and FGM /cut can be achieved. The fate of these girls and women depend on the choices we make. We are following our passion and doing things that can make our girls and women happy. And this is authentic leadership and empowerment.
During the conferences, traditional and religious leaders acknowledged the urgency of reclaiming the richness of the African cultures and put emphasis on the willingness to change the cultures that no longer serve people positively.
Gospel can penetrate to the cultures and transform that culture into the well-being of human things. So preaching means influencing human way of life, human structures, human principles, human values for the positive, for the good of all of the human society. I think that will be the biggest principle to do for us.
So we are looking at finding a lasting solution to the problems that have been generational. It has been going on for ages and ages. So we say time has come for us, as men in particular, and traditional leaders, to be more humane and to be more responsive to the cries of the woman and the girl child. If we don't take the lead, then who will do it?
When you become a priest, you become a traditional leader. Remember that
religious and traditional leaders agreed to steadily engage and encourage intergenerational dialogues with young women and girls. This, they believe, would act as a means of ensuring full understanding of the impact and magnitude of these issues and finding solutions for the survivors.
The cutting and all this FGM must stop by all means. And all the chiefs and the traditional leaders and church leader, they are the backbone because they know how to get the words across to people under them.
This needs to be stopped. We need to end this. At least girls should go back to, should be in school, even boys should be in school.
We are fighting for the rights of the girl child, the rights of the woman, the dignity of the girl child and the dignity of the woman on the African continent.
We can work together because at the end of the day we have the same mission: to protect human life, to protect human dignity, and to preserve the way of life of the human beings where they express their social norms, social and natural and religious activities.
As chiefs, yes, we are custodians of culture, but we must prevent these things. To know these things is bad to our children, especially these young girls.
As we strive to end these unacceptable, harmful practices, not in our name, will culture and traditions be used to abuse our children?
To seal these declarations, the representatives signed commitments to action. The consultations will further culminate in an AU dialogue in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, January 2019.